Not all of us.
How's it, hang loose? Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel.
I'm listening.
Listening, are you? How's it? It's December 6th, Friday. Ooh. It is Friday, and there's kind of like a big weekend. I mean, locally.
Soldier.
December 7th, tomorrow.
Rituals.
TV going on. Something's wrong with the TV. It just goes off by itself. Usually I turn that off and it's turned off. I forgot it was not off. December 7th is tomorrow. It's a surprise attack. 1941, early in the morning, Sunday, 8:10 a.m. or so. But it was a military target. And that's how you attack in military style. But we weren't at war. But we kind of were, because we were allies with different countries. And Germany was on the attack, and Japan was allied with Germany. I don't know how that happened. How does Japan become an ally with Germany in the 40s? What? But anyway, so, yeah, we weren't in the war. But after Pearl Harbor attack, U.S. was fully in the war. The general thought it was going to, make us not go into war, but it was like had reverse effect. that's flashing off. What's going on? Let's put this on. Yeah, so December 7th and stuff like that. And then there's Honolulu Marathon. So vlog. So I'm just like crazy. My friends help, touring his friend around, but so I guess they're just really busy, last day, do everything. So I haven't heard from them. Sure, they're fine. News, right? Vlog news. News is, it's the big manhunt, the CEO killer. Everyone's talking about the CEO killer, and the lights. What happened to the lights? And this and that, and what the heck? And it was Toastmaster, and this is, jeez. Okay, the CEO killer. What do we? Well, everyone likes a whodunit thriller. This is, it's a killing. I mean, if you haven't heard the blah blah, it just goes like, there's a CEO, head of this corporation, and it's a insurance company. And insurance companies, can't me tell you, right? Insurance companies. So, insurance is like the necessary evil. It's like you make a claim, and they just kind of give you a bunch of. They want you to not make a claim, because then they have to pay out. They want you to pay their premiums, but they don't want to pay. That's the general business model of insurance companies. It's horrible.
Please go.
And so a book was written about it, and it was called something, and it had an author, because it's like a book and words are written in the page. These are foreign ideas to some. Not my audience, though. But there's a book, and the reluctance to pay out a claim, and it's like denial, and what was it? Denial, and I wrote it down, and I don't have it written down. Got a Toastmaster speech stuff. Where was it? I did have it written down somewhere. Denials and delay. I gotta look. Where is it?
It's dark.
It's dark. And is it on that page? See, people say, hey, what you should do is make notes and make script, and that's what happens. Here it is. Delay, denial, dispose, defend. So the book, they delay the payback, they deny the payback, and then they dispose of whatever they, so you can't make claims, and if you make a claim, you're going to sue the insurance company. They defend themselves. So people can get pissed off at insurance companies. So apparently, that's the motive, they figure. Because there's the insurance guy walking down in Manhattan, and somebody comes up from behind. There's cameras everywhere. Everywhere's cameras. And so this hoodie guy comes up with a gun and a silencer, automatic, and just shoots him in the back, in the sidewalk. And then bicycles off, kind of in the early morning. And this is in Manhattan, that has 300 killings a year. I wanted to look, there's pictures coming up, and I wanted to look for the pictures, and it's like, shooting in Manhattan 2024. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to live in big city. But I'm in Honolulu's a big city, but it's not the shootings all over the place. And so anyways, god, this is all scatter. This is what they got. They got surveillance footage all over the place of this guy, so they know kinda he caught the subway. They see him go to that area, get Starbucks coffees at the Starbucks coffee. He goes to where the guy was coming on the building in the morning, shoots him. Then he gets on a bicycle and goes to Central Park. And he has a backpack. Then he goes through Central Park, gets out of Central Park, doesn't have the backpack. They got all this. They got a water bottle with a smudged fingerprint. They got a cell phone that he dropped that was like a throwaway burner phone. So it was locked, and he was really good at the pew pew, and that type of gun is not common. So it looked kind of like Hitman style. This isn't like just pissed off amateur waiting in the bushes, or was he? So we don't know. But despite all of that, there's bullets on the ground with words carved in them. So they got some of those words from the book that someone wrote. They got 3 unspent bullets and 2 shells, but they got the words delay and dispose, and then there's that list from the book: delay, deny, dispose, defend. And they see him like doing this, where bullets come out, rounds that weren't fired. So he wanted the words to be, so he wanted to make a statement against insurance companies. Well, obviously the guy was an insurance company guy.
Grandfather.
Time. But one of the weirdest things is we got footage of him. We see his face because there's so many cameras. So there's a couple of them where he checked into a youth hostel, like the day before, the fake ID from New Jersey. So it's like, good luck finding this guy. But there's a face picture on the security camera, so it's like, aha, now you got a face on for camera. And they show the face, and it's a little disturbing. There's ones where he's got the mask on and the hood and the backpack, and then he's up at the counter and he pulls down his face mask so you see his face. And one of them, he's like smiling with the clerk, I guess. Well, looks like an alright looking guy with a smile on him. Someone you might see in a television commercial. Like, hey, bye, hi. I don't know what smiles. Smiles are, I guess, innately we think friendly when someone smiles. So, hi. But they have all that, and they don't have the guy, and it's the biggest thing right now, because, I don't know if it's the biggest thing right now. It's all in the news right now. Someone, hopefully, they find the guy. So, hi! This thing's going off.
Okay, I think I'm making a voiceover here. I'm working in DaVinci Resolve, trying to fake it. I'm just like going all over the place. I'm learning this on the spot. DaVinci Resolve. This is the voiceover. There's obviously some reverb, and I'm talking about something, but I don't know. I went to the store and I don't know if this is gonna work, but I got so many freaking hexing problem going on with stuff, and so many technical difficulties, and I can't. Anyways, here's the newspaper. See? Oh, look, Hawaii's got a newspaper. See? Comes in the newspaper. Oh, it's the headline somewhere in the black light. Oh, is there something there? That's it. Oh, okay. Alright, that's about it for that. Okay. Now what's going on with this? Stop.
Ooh. Okay. I'm doing take 2 now? What? Okay, family of missing woman here. Yeah, this woman went missing, and her father went looking for her. She missed a flight in Los Angeles, and her father went looking for her. And her father just wrought that she was gone, offed himself in Los Angeles. That's apparently what happened. It's sad about that. And then she's found on camera waltzing into, well, not waltzing, but going into Mexico with her bag, unharmed. Like, okay, she just went off the map. She's like, I'm going off the grid, and her father just offed himself. Sad. And Quakes rattled the West Coast. Now here we're gonna go back here. Hopefully this works. The microphone didn't work. Oh, what the heck happened? Okay, there's Quakes. See all over there? Right off that coast, right you're looking at. Between here on Oahu and Molokai and Maui, which was in that little screenshot, I mean that little opening. There was an earthquake the other day, a 4.0, between this island and that island in the middle of the, I didn't feel it. On the big island, there's quakes all the time because it's a volcano. There's quakes like 50 times a day. There's earthquakes, and it's like no big deal because it's volcanic. It happens. It's expected. There was that one in between these islands, and then there was the big one, 7.0, not here, but off the coast on the west coast, and then Washington and all those places were all like, oh my God, here comes a tsunami. Now you know how it feels, huh? Waiting for the tsunami after the quake. So the quake waddles, the west waddles. The quake waddled the west coast, and then they were just like, oh no, here comes a tsunami, oh my gosh. Stuff came off the shelves and pools were going back and forth.
I want one.
I want one? Okay. And then there's Wahine Volleyball. And they're making earthquakes too. Oh, there's a marathon. Independent audit. Great. And then there's somewhere there's football. Still yet. Oh gosh. Back in, just relax, okay? Relax. Remember back in the day in the 1973, you just go to Kauai's Hale Nani Hotel, which was closed for 3 years, and is supposedly haunted. Oh gosh. Oh no. It's haunted. And it was put back into service to handle the crush of tourists on the island. 80-room hotel built around a series of A-frames on the rocky coast has gone through a couple of name owners and apparently has never been profitable. Because Hale Nani is haunted. Kauai's got plenty of haunting stuff. Maybe something just,
Down there.
Dick Tracy? Jimmy Carter? Like Jimmy Carter, Charlie.
On no account. Are you okay?
On no account. Oh, the 10 most wanted FBI if Cash Patel becomes director. Oh, Democrat who criticized, Republican who criticized, journalist who criticized, guy in the street who criticized, historian who criticized, former Secretary of Defense who criticized, whistleblower who criticized, Shaw talk show host who criticized, cartoonist who criticized. Oh, don't criticize the emperor has no clothes.
Redemption.
Yeah, that's about the size of it. That's going to be the 10 most. Okay. Now, there's a bunch of stuff here. The missiles thing would make us a target for China. That's probably right. And let's do this one though. It's kind of interesting. Legalizing marijuana would leave state stoned. A cottage industry for marijuana establishes Hawaii as a gateway drug locale, like Amsterdam, when California legalized marijuana. A host of issues arose, including organized crime, profiteering, and short tax payments. And using schools as a perimeter zone for county legal sales is shameful. THC in the bloodstream has scientific basis.
Okay.
Establishes evidence for the impaired driver to determine if marijuana was being used in the vehicle. Also, aren't police officers trained now for field sobriety testing of impaired driving? Focus on ohana and fixing the roads. Simple stuff, not challenges you create to try to overcome. Legalizing marijuana is an excuse to create new taxes and impose more fees. Sterling Heaven Straight Manoa. Well, thank you, Sterling. Where am I? Thank you, Sterling, for oops. We're still over here. Thank you, Sterling, for having your input. What the heck? Legalizing marijuana. The two main things is it's not so bad of a drug. It's probably less worse than alcohol, although it will impair driving and they should not be allowed to drive using marijuana. If you ever come across slow drivers who are so painfully slow, they might be stoned, or student drivers, or just shouldn't have a driver's license. But stone driving, no. The idea was to get the profit money out of the hands of gangs, because that's what the cartels in Mexico make a lot of money with that. And also, it can be used for taxes, but it's not that great of a thing with that, apparently. The money that comes in, because federally it's still against the law, so you can make it legal in the state, but federally it's against the law, so the money's coming in from marijuana purchasing legally, the legal ones, the banks don't want to touch that. So you have to kind of have your own bank or have a lot of cash on hand. There's definitely things there, but it's probably it's not going to make a place like Amsterdam, but hey, that's the stuff. And since this
examine.
Yeah, since I botched up the first part of this, earthquakes and sharks and everything. Anyways, so have a good day. Have an aloha. Wait, I gotta go. This one. Yeah. Okay. Aloha. Have a good Friday. It's a Friday.